sure what that's all about. So we got a little bit of rain last night. We got rained out picking corn yesterday. We got the trucks loaded. I've got to take this load to town. I'm really not sure what we're going to get into today because we've got some lime to haul and we still got corn to pick, obviously. So if it didn't rain too much, which I haven't checked the gauge yet, we probably got a tenth or less. So if that's all we got, we should be all right. I don't know if we're going to get any more rain today. That'll be the thing. But if we are going to get some more rain, I think we're going to haul some lime on some farms that just got tested and need some lime for the pH. And if we don't get any more rain, we'll probably get back in the field picking corn. So I'm going to start by taking this load of corn to town and catch up with Dad. He just took off with the other truck. We'll see what he thinks when we get back. Right, Leah? She's all business. We got the trucks dumped. We decided that the weather's not too bad. We're gonna go back to picking corn. It was looking like we were gonna get more rain than we did, so we put the combine in the shed last night. So since we're here, we're gonna blow out the air filter. It's been a couple days since we've done that, and check oil and get things moved back to the field. Having trouble with this head shelling a lot, especially since the corn is dry. We're going to try to adjust the deck plates a little bit. The stationary one is adjustable, and we noticed some of them aren't quite centered, so we're going to tear into that and see how big a job it is. So these right here are the deck plates, or some people call them stripper plates, and this side is adjustable. It's on hydraulic and it'll move in and out based on how big the ears are. These knife rolls pull the stock down through, and the deck plates kind of strip the ear off, and then the chains drag them up. So this side is on a slotted hole. You loosen these bolts like we just did and slide it out. Well, they either wore back or slid over the ears, and we were getting a lot of header loss in these 3 rows right here. So we got those back where they should be, and we'll see what kind of job it does now. All right, we're just getting back here in the field. We had a little bit of corn left in the grain cart, so Dad's dumping that in the truck. I'm gonna open up a new land here and hop over to the other side. We're short on help this morning. Keith had to go into work for something for a little bit, and then he should be back later on. Dylan's busy today, so it's just me and Dad. This corn's actually doing pretty good. We're in half-mile rows, so I don't know how well it's going to work out with no grain cart driver, but we'll do the best we can anyway. I can't believe how dry this corn is. It's averaging around 16.7, and the replants in this field are actually drier than the rest of the corn, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. It is earlier maturity, but it was planted quite a bit later, so really nice not having to pay much drying bill this year. Well, Dad's got both trucks loaded. He parked the cart in the middle of the field for me. That way I can dump, because I can't make a round here in these half-mile rows. So I guess I will get the cart loaded, and if he's not back, I'll take the next truck to town, and we'll just keep going. It'll be kind of slow, but at least we're getting something done. I know I've complained about it before in a video, but the climate track system, climate control, whatever you want to call it in these combines, is a joke. You get a little bit chilly, so you turn it up 1 click and it starts blasting the heat. And then you get hot, so you turn it back down 1 click, well then it starts blasting cold air. It's never the temperature you want. So I've been trying to run it not on auto. Well, that's not any better. So I don't know what to do. Maybe we should just trade combines. That being said, I have everything full, and now I gotta take a truck to town. So that's what we're gonna do. It's lunchtime anyway, and my house is conveniently on the way to the elevator, so I'm going to stop and grab a sandwich. And there's only about 10 or 15 acres left in this field, so we should be able to knock it out pretty quick, and then I don't really know what we're doing after that, so I guess we'll find out together. Truck's dumped, back in the combine. Well, we got that field down. I'm not really sure what we're going to do next. We talked about going to the bin, but I haven't really talked to Dad about it yet today, so I guess we'll move stuff around and wait for him to get back and see what we want to do. I think they forgot something. Alright, we decided what we were going to do. Move down to the Zellhart Farms, what we call it. This was my great-grandpa's farm back when he was still around. That's why we called it the Zellhart Farm. It's 100 acres here, a lot of ditches and tree lines, so it's a farm that takes a little while, and now Dad's calling me, so I'll be right back. Alright, so Dad said the elevator's going to be full by 4 o'clock, and it's 3 o'clock, so maybe we should have just set up the auger and started going to the bin, but oh well. I'm going to get this field opened up, and Keith can hop in the combine. I'll take our last truck from the other field into town, and I think we'll just load things up for tonight. So, yeah. Elevator's been getting full of wet corn. They can only dry it so fast, so the weather's been nice. Everybody's been knocking out acres, so this was kind of inevitable, but it is what it is. So the elevator sent a text out that they were getting full, and everybody must have had the same idea to get that last load in, so we might be here a while. Well, they must not be quite as full as I thought, because that didn't take very long. So we are in the pit, gonna get dumped, head back and see what's going on. If I can get away from combine a little bit, I might do some more cover crops, because they're calling for more rain tonight, and more long-term forecasts, rain off and on over the next couple weeks. So I've got about, I don't know, 100 acres left that I want to get done. 90 acres of it is picked, so I might try and do some of that yet tonight. Got the trucks dumped, they're back in the field. Looks like Dad's opening things up in the back of the house here, and we can't haul any more to the elevator because they're shut down, so all we can do is fill things up. So I don't really need to be around. I'm gonna go to Grandpa's, get the rye wagon, and bring it over to the field that I need to seed, and go back and get the drill and finish that. Hopefully, I don't know if I'll do 90 acres tonight or not. See how ambitious I am, but I'll at least get some of it done before the rain anyway. So I probably could get the conveyor wagon out through here, but it'd be a lot easier if I back that out first. Wagon's hooked to the 4320 and it's already filled up, so I'm gonna back this big guy out of here so it's out of the way, get the conveyor wagon out and hook it to the truck, move things around. I'm all by myself, which is fine. It's only 4 o'clock. We got plenty of time left. Backing up wagons is always fun. That's sarcasm, especially when it's hooked to the forklift, which will kind of wiggle around and add a whole new level of difficulty. So I'm just gonna stick you guys here and let you guys watch me struggle. That actually wasn't too bad. And now for the long 5-mile drive at 20 miles per hour, because this gear is not a very good gear. I'd like to switch this wagon over to a gear that pulls a little nicer, but it is what it is. We don't really use it a lot, but now that we got that air seeder, we might be using it a little more. Wagon's dropped off. So I'm just getting the border done here. This farm is really heavy clay. It's not very forgiving soil, and this is the first time, I'm going to say the first time it's ever had any cover crops in it. We're just planting straight cereal rye. Hopefully it'll get some pretty good growth over the winter, and we'll get a little bit in the spring before we terminate it and get some root growth and kind of break up that heavy soil. Corn wasn't very good on this farm. It stayed wet for so long, and I lost all the bottoms, and this soil needs something. So I'm hoping that the cereal rye will kind of bring some life back to the soil and start improving my yields. We've been using cereal rye kind of with mixed results. We've been putting it on sand hills mainly just to keep the soil from blowing, and in that aspect it works great. But as far as the compaction, I don't know if I'm really to the point where I can start seeing results yet. So I'm hoping a year or 2 or 3 or whatever we'll start to actually see some results, and I hope they're good results. I'm going to take a minute before the sun goes down and walk out here in my wheat. This is my 60 acres of wheat. It's right next to where I'm planting the rye. Dad's got 60 acres, I got 60 acres, so this one's mine. It looks like it's all up. It looks really nice. Hopefully you can see that on camera. We got it in decent time, so we should get some pretty good growth before the winter, and then it can go dormant, and hopefully we'll end up with a pretty good wheat crop out here. So far so good anyway. Alright, field is bordered, so I've still got some rye left in from the other day. I'm still kind of going through and trying to figure out how to calibrate this thing right. So I want to get this thing emptied, figure out how many acres I've done, see what the rate is. I think I've got it pretty close this time, just by seeing how much is left in the tank and the acres that I've done so far. But once I get this empty, I've got a wagon load of rye sitting there for me, because this isn't going to be enough to do the whole field. So we're just going to keep on going. I'll see how late I run tonight. I haven't really decided yet, but elevator's full, can't do anything else. Might as well knock this out before the rain. So this farm, like pretty much all my farms, is a rented farm, and it's got some drainage issues. So I've had people ask before, well, why don't you install tile? You've got all these drainage issues. Well, when you don't own the farm, you can't really invest any money into it, because you don't really know if you're going to be farming it forever, so that would be kind of dumb. It'd be like if you're renting a house and you decide to finish the basement or put an addition on. Well, what if you get kicked out of the house? You're out all that money. So we kind of have to deal with what we've got. Thankfully, I've got landlords that are pretty reasonable and easy to get along with. So for now, the drainage issues, I'm trying to do what I can to manage them by getting rid of surface water or planting this cereal rye to help promote better drainage. So I don't want to sound like I'm whining because I'm very grateful, but when you're paying rent on farms, you can't really put a lot of money back into the farm itself. So we're doing what we can, and it's still a good deal. So I ran the drill out and it figured out to 56 pounds the acre. I'm shooting for 60, so I'm pretty darn close. Just a few fine adjustments. I'm gonna get this fan shut off. I'll be right back. I got the drill ran down enough, did the math, came out to 56 pounds the acre, so a bushel to the acre of rye is fine. We can go anywhere from 30 to 90, and I was shooting for 60. I guess if I'm a little short, that'll be all right. That way we know we'll have enough seed. So I'm gonna leave it set where it's at because I like that number. But we're gonna get filled back up here, just about dark, and we'll probably just end the video there because this camera doesn't do well at night. Got filled back up, got running again, so that's going to be the end of this video. It's dark, and I think I've got enough footage. So this footage is actually on a new SD card, so hopefully I won't lose it. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and finish this. I've already got 20 acres done out of this 90. Won't take me too long. Everything's bordered. It's just auto steer. Pretty easy going for the rest of the field, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and finish it. Didn't get a whole lot accomplished today. Elevator shut us off early, and we had a late start because of the rain last night. So I'd say we probably got, I don't know, 40, maybe 50 acres done. So not too bad of a day considering. Don't have a whole lot left. We should be under 500 acres of corn now. Thankfully the corn's really dry. We're really glad it dried down. So we won't have very much of a drying bill this year, which is awesome. Too bad I booked a whole bunch of LP thinking the corn was going to be wetter, but it is what it is. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe button. I lost my train of thought there for a minute. Anyways, see you on the next one.